Hey, we're here in the pits before our showdown with Riptide, and here's our configuration. Okay, so we've been having a lot of issues with the glue on our rollers popping off. So we've glued these all with various different types of glue. We're going to smash them with this hammer on the roller to kind of simulate impacts against the floor. Basically, when we hop into the air from hammer fires and fall onto the floor, or when we hit seams that are unlevel with the rollers, it applies impact loads to the pins. The pot toss are little E-clips that hold the pins in and then the pins back out. The purpose of the various glues is to either hold in the E-clips so they don't pop out, or hold in the pin so it doesn't back out afterwards. If the pin backs out, it jams the wheel and significantly decreases our mobility. So one of the big issues we've been having this year, and why we haven't been driving as well, is these rollers are jamming up. Similar to our fight versus Ghost Raptor a couple of years back, and our solution that's been working just decided not to work this season. So we have a whole bunch of different options here: clear silicone, something called power grab, regular 2-part epoxy, a clear weld, a JB weld, like steel resin mixture. We're just gonna smash it with this hammer to simulate those impacts, see if they all hold up, and then maybe keep going with bigger and bigger impacts on various different size hammers to see if we can figure out what works better, because we just need these pins and rollers to stay in. Do each one of them 10 times. Okay, first, see how they feel. All the rollers actually still feel good. All the glue is still holding on all of them. Okay, epoxy wheel first.
4.
Oh, look at that.
What?
Look at this.
Oh, the steel weld.
The steel weld one came right off. I didn't even hit that one. That was a good one. That felt good. Okay, so let's see what we got here as a result. We're a very scientific test.
We're a scientific team.
And now this roller is getting more and more jammed, but the hot glue is actually still holding. It's just so annoying that this is working here.
Figure out what the failure mechanism of the hot glue actually is if it's not impact glue.
It gets impacted and then somehow it gets torn off. You know, like, is it getting ripped off? It's staying pretty well. I mean, I'm just dragging it on this corner. It's kind of like a worst case. Like, it's still here. You know, it's still there.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of peeling.
We're doing science. I was going to ask, how has the experimentation process gone?
So
We
far,
golfed with them a little bit.
So we've gone over to the Lincoln welding tent and had them tack weld on every one of our clips. This should do 2 things. It should hopefully keep the clips connected, and also just be a nice big ball of weld, which should keep the pin from coming out, even if the clip somehow still does come off. Now, this is kind of a janky thing to do, but we think it should be better than hot glue. And then we're also gonna epoxy them all in with some 2-part epoxy. So we're doing everything we can to keep these wheels together, because we know if the wheels are together, then we can still drive, hopefully, and control the fight a little bit. But we're taking out all the stops. Who cares about just disassembly and repairability? We gotta win this fight. So we'll show you what we did to the billet later. It's not as pretty as it used to be, but it might be more functional. Okay, so where is our actual config? Where is our actual robot? So we put P1 in our pit last night before we left because we've been hearing rumblings of spying going on. But Omega Team is pitted across from us, running Ripperoni and Starchild, and they have this lovely tent. And they were nice enough to allow us to use the tent. So if you come around back, ta-da!
Had a little sleepover, didn't you?
This is actually not yet the full config, but it's at least most of it. Okay, we're here after some pre-fight dancing for our pre-fight video with Riptide. You can go look at the robots. We had some scale drama with weigh-ins and re-weigh-ins and re-weigh-ins, but we're both at 250. Actually, Shatter's at 249 for this fight. Somehow this ended up one of our lighter configs. We have our secret fork set up in the front, which we'll see if it works. And Riptide also has their long fork set up on the front. They've been bolting on top armor a lot, so, you know, we'll see how it goes. We got our big new rusty hammer, which is heavy. We welded on all the pins in our wheels so they don't come off. We've welded on the fork attachments so they don't come off. We rebuilt the entire robot about 3 times last night. Rebuilt all the gearboxes. Like everything's new. So we're taking out all the stops. We call it our full send configuration. Is that it? Full send? Can't even remember the config anymore. Late nights. We've been here till midnight pretty much every day. I think one night we left at 10, but a lot of long days. We made the tournament. We made the top 32. Everything before this doesn't matter. Rankings don't matter. We're in the tournament. We can still win the nut. We're 31. If we win this fight, we'll be legendary and break a lot of brackets. So we're trying to get pumped. We're trying to get ready. We're about to go in. Wish us luck. Cut the magic music. Cut the music. Magic music. Bots FC and Shatter are brought to you by Prismeer, Metal Blade Records, Fly Sky, TMS Titanium, Max Amps Batteries, Coos Yachts, and viewers like you.